What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you're watching the TF Movie Show. This is just the web series we're talking about the Transformers live-action movie franchise. This is episode number 67, and in this episode, I don't really have any substantial news to talk about with regards to the production of Transformers 7. In fact, I don't have any real news at all. Instead, I'm going to give you some of my feedback and comments about some rumblings with regards to the production. So, a little bit over a week ago, it was announced that Patrick Tatopoulos, a production designer, will be doing work for Transformers 7. His credits include, it's a very solid list of credits. Justice League, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, 300, Rise of an Empire, Total Recall, Live Free or Die Hard, Underworld, Evolution, iRobot, Battlefield Earth, Dark City, Independence Day. This is a substantial list of science fiction, action, film credits. So, cool. He's working on Transformers 7. Now, I chose not to talk about this simply because, well, what am I going to do? Make a 10-minute video stating that, okay, he was hired. Or make a 1-minute video talking about the same thing. The point, there's no real need to talk about it. And to top things off, this, this report ended up being debunked. Patrick Tatopoulos is not actually working on Transformers 7. He stated on his social media that that report is false. I'm actually not working on Transformers 7, and I don't know where that came from. So, this is why I don't report on things like this. Because, it's not, productions hire people all the time, okay, they got this guy, and they got this guy, they got this visual effects supervisor, or they got this guy who makes who's the Foley artist for the sound effects. You know what I'm saying? None of this stuff really needs to be announced. Being a production designer is a big deal, no doubt. I'm not saying that it isn't a big deal. It's a huge deal, but it doesn't require an announcement from me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I didn't, because like I said before, he simply stated that this isn't true. I don't know where this report came from, but I'm not working on Transformers 7. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about some concept art. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to call it concept art. I'm going to call it early renderings of Beast Wars characters. That's what I'm going to call it. Because recently what had surfaced is digital artist Rob Wiggins. He shared on his ArtStation profile some images of CHEETOR. CHEETOR is, of course, a Beast Wars character from the Beast Wars Transformers animated series. And I didn't talk about this for for almost the same reason why I decided not to talk about Patrick Tatopoulos, because I wanted to actually learn more about this post before I actually talked about it, because I didn't really have anything to say about this, because these are very, very early renderings of this character, if even this character is even going to appear in this film at all. A lot of times, concept artists, digital artists, they produce a lot of work that, as we've seen in the past with Transformers Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, Transformers Last Night, and a lot of this concept art doesn't end up appearing in the movie. Sure, it's good to check out. Sure, it's good to talk about it. But I've learned in the past 10 years that it's not necessary to make a big deal about early CG renderings of robot designs. Okay, but we're going to still take a look at them. So let's look at this, the robot head. Okay, we got a very, very early wireframe composition of the robot form of CHEETOR, and it just, at this early stage, it's really hard to comment on it. It's not even a good idea to comment on it, because you can say it's good or you could say it's bad. Some people will say okay, I like it, it's different, I like it, essentially they think it's good enough. And then some people say the typical thing, and that is jumping onto this the hate train, and that is, oh my god, this looks terrible. This looks terrible. Transformers 7 is dead. I have no desire to watch that. And that's what happens, okay? And I don't want to feel that fire, right? So I will just say right now, based on these two robot renderings, that honestly this this has no meaning to me. It really doesn't have any meaning to me at all because whether you're a Beast Wars fans or not, this is just a very, very early design. And what happens is that this might not end up looking like anything like the final product. Okay, so moving on from the robot design, let's move on to the actual CHEETOR design, like the actual alt mode. Okay, so let's start off with this image right here, and I gotta say that it looks decent. I mean, it's a big cat. It's a robotic big cat. Here he is running. Here's a close-up. Here's another close-up with him looking in the opposite direction. And here's another close-up. Here's another shot in a stationary pose. Essentially, they look all the same to me, but from different angles. But all I gotta say is that robot mode looks bizarre. It's a very, very weird take on it. Like, mind you, I've never watched Beast Wars, okay? The CHEETOR mode, the alt mode is I gotta say it looks better than the robot mode, okay? Yeah, the robot mode looks really, really weird to me, but the CHEETOR mode, where he's actually a cheetah, it looks a lot better. Now, like I said before, I don't want to put any judgment on this. I don't want to put any final comments about this design because at the end of the day, this is still not final. This is a very early CG rendering, if this is even a CG rendering for the upcoming film. Now, I say this because it hasn't been confirmed that we're getting a Beast Wars film next. This is not a confirmation of that. As a matter of fact, upon doing some research, it turns out that this concept was actually produced by Rob Wiggins 4 years ago. Okay? So, during that time, 4 years ago, so 2017, okay, this is immediately right after Transformers Last Night, and Paramount decided to, okay, we gotta put some work together, or Rob Wiggins decided to do some work independently with or without an order from Paramount Pictures, okay? So this work was done really, really early, and there's absolutely no guarantee that this is going to end up being used in the film. So this is no confirmation that we're getting Beast Wars. It's also not a confirmation that we're not getting Beast Wars or not getting Bumblebee. I'm so confused at what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is not a confirmation for anything. This is simply just an early CG rendering that existed 4 years ago, and it's being resurfaced because he decided to repost it on his ArtStation account. And maybe he updated a little bit. He updated it a little bit, and he put a little bit of work in. That's why I decided to re-upload it. But don't take his re-uploading as a symbol or a signal that Beast Wars, a live-action Beast Wars film, is actually happening. It could very well be happening. In fact, it's possible that summer of 2022 could be a Beast Wars film. I just can't confirm that with this image. So, it doesn't mean anything at this point. It's just simply someone putting out art. But, social media always, likes to jump the gun and say, hey guys, confirmation, we're getting a Beast Wars film. This is CHEETOR, and this is his concept art. And it's so easy to run with that. For Transformers 7, I'm going to be a lot more responsible in reporting things. I'm going to provide my feedback about things, but I'm not going to say that, like, hey guys, we got some big news because, here's our first look at CHEETOR. This could just be a look at a CHEETOR, not the CHEETOR that we're going to see next year. You know what I'm saying? So, we really don't know. And what I really do not want to do is spread rumors. Okay, so I'm just using this video medium to provide my feedback and comments, and that is this has no meaning to me. Patrick Tatopoulos as a production designer is exciting. It's more exciting for him, but at the end of the day, it ended up not being exciting for him at all because he wasn't hired for the job. So I'm so glad I didn't report on that. As for this, you know, it could be exciting for a lot of people, but it really doesn't need to be that exciting at all until we know for sure that Cheetor is even a character that's going to exist in the film. For all we know, they were potentially making Beast Wars concept art for the previous Michael Bay Transformers films. Like, that was highly possible, right? So anyways, that's all I gotta say in this episode. But of course, I will talk about any kind of rumblings and rumors, but I'm just gonna leave it at just that, rumors, and just providing my feedback on something, but I'm not gonna report it as news, all right? But that's all part of the journey to Transformers 7, and we're gonna get a lot more news later on, substantial news, actual news, and of course we're all gonna get a lot of rumors as well, because this is after all a big thing and there's a lot of speculation. It's a lot of fun. This video was a lot of fun for me to make, and I hope you guys have a lot to talk about in the comment section about what I just talked about. So anyways, that's all I gotta say in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There will be more episodes, and of course, the Dark of the Moon, the Journey Towards Dark of the Moon video is coming. So don't you worry about that. I didn't cancel that series. I'm still bringing it. It was always going to be made. It's just that it turns out that the Dark of the Moon, behind the scenes, the production journey is a lot of work. So that's why I decided that it's taking a little bit more time than I anticipated. Anyways, that's all I got to say in this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.